Hello over there and welcome to lesson 2.4 of HTML list. And before we proceed with this lesson, in our previous lesson we looked at the concept of HTML headings, and we looked the 6 levels of HTML headings, and we were able to do a practical demo, and we were able to create a simple web page that looks like this. And if you look at this one, we have 6 levels of headings, and in this particular lesson today we want to look at the concept of HTML list. And what is a list? A list is a tag that is used to add a list of items in a web page. For example, let's say we are adding list of courses, or we want to list a list of products and all those any other list that you want to add. So in HTML we have two types of list. We have the unordered list and we have the ordered list. So the unordered list is added or is defined using the tag UL, and the unordered list is defined using the tag OL. O stands for ordered. And therefore, after you've defined the list, within that list you need to list the items, and each of the item within the list is defined using the li tag. Alright, so then we can be able to also specify the format of bulleting within the list items, whether we are going to list the items using letters, or we are going to list them using numbers, number 1, 2, 3, or we are going to use the Roman numbers, Roman number 1, 2, 3, and so on. And therefore that type of bulleting we define it using the type attribute within the list tag. With that said, let's take a practical example in our code to see how we can add a list. So in my web page, this is our previous code. So I'm going to go over to these our core values, and instead of listing the core values in a paragraph form, I'm going to list them using the list. And the first thing I'm going to use is that I'm going to use the unordered list. So unordered list we defined using UL, and then within this UL we add each list item using the li tag. And so within this we can say one of the list item, one of our core values is accountability. Then we add another list item and we say privacy. Then we add another list item and we say confidentiality. Alright, so now I'm going to remove this paragraph, and now I have listed my core values using the list instead of a paragraph. And now when I save, I'm going to refresh the page, and now you should see that the core values are now listed, and by default the browser will use these bullet dots to list the items. Alright, then let's take another example and see how we can add the ordered list. So what we have added here is the unordered list. So let's add the ordered list, and in the ordered list I'm going to use the partners. So instead of listing my partners using the paragraph, I'm going to use the list, but this time round I'm going to use the ordered list. And then within that ordered list tag, I'm going to use the list tag to list each of the items. So I'm going to say one of the partner is Facebook, and then list TikTok, then again YouTube. Now I'm going to remove this paragraph so that I can be able to display the items in the browser. So I'm going to go ahead and save, and when I go back to my browser and refresh the content, I'm going to see that these partners are listed now in form of a list, and by default the browser will display the ordered list using the numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. But then we can change this order, and we can use, instead of using the numbers, we can use letters. And how do we do that? We come within the list, within the opening tag, and we use the type attribute, and then we can choose among these whether to use capital letter A, B, C, or small letter A, B, C, or Roman numbers, like that. So if I use the Roman numbers and refresh, then you see now the listing changes from using the numbers to Roman numbers. Right, so that's all about this particular lesson on how to add list, and see you in the next lesson where we look on how we can add the page title and the favorite icon. Otherwise, thanks for joining, and see you in the next lesson.